Like, don't make my hair frizzy. Hi, and welcome back to Alt Baking Bootcamp. I'm your host, nutritionist Mia Rigden, and today we are going to be making frittata muffins. Frittata muffins are a great vehicle for adding different vegetables and flavoring, so today we're going to be using spinach, mushrooms, shallots, and some feta cheese. I love these frittata muffins because they're perfect for a quick, delicious on-the-go breakfast or afternoon snack, and each muffin tin will have 1 egg, so you'll know exactly how much protein and how many eggs you're getting per muffin. The first step is to saute our shallots, mushrooms, and spinach. Just gonna start with a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon, but you can eyeball this. Let it heat up. A lot of people believe that olive oil shouldn't be used at cooking in high temperatures, but actually good quality fresh olive oil can be heated even above 400 degrees. So I always like to stock a good quality olive oil. That's a splurge item in my pantry so that I can use it for cooking because I love the flavor. All right, so our olive oil is hot, and now we're gonna add our shallots. Some nice sizzle. Next, we're gonna add the mushrooms. Mushrooms hold a lot of moisture, so I like to salt them immediately when they get into the pan. You can see the steam coming off from all the extra moisture from the mushrooms. And when these have shrunken down by about half, we'll add the spinach. We're gonna add this in here. A little more salt. This is looking really good. You just wanna wait for the spinach to wilt a little bit more. Okay, so this looks perfect. The mushrooms have decreased in size by about half. The spinach has wilted. So I'm gonna transfer this into the bowl, and then we'll prepare our eggs. I've got our oven preheating to 350 degrees as well. So we're cracking 12 eggs into the bowl. I've already cracked 9 here, so just a couple more. Give them a good whisk. The color of your yolks are a really good indication of the nutrient quality of the eggs. So what we're looking for when buying eggs is really bright orange, like almost like neon and super vibrant yolks. That is literally the nutrition. You can see it. Eggs have a lot of vitamin A, which is a carotenoid and the precursor to retinol, and that's the same vitamin that gives carrots and oranges and sweet potatoes that orange hue. All right, and now I've got some coconut milk. I'm using an unsweetened plain, so not vanilla, coconut milk. You could use any non-dairy or any milk here, really. All right, this is looking good. I'm just gonna season my eggs with some salt and pepper. Give it another whisk. And now I'm gonna portion the egg mixture into the muffin tin and then add the toppings just to make sure that they're evenly distributed throughout. So we're gonna be adding toppings to these, so you don't wanna fill it all the way to the top. About 3/4 of the way is good. So our spinach and mushroom mixture has cooled, which is important because we don't want it to cook the eggs when we add them in. And so I'm just gonna distribute this mixture evenly between our 12 muffins. And then of course we have our cheese. So we're using a feta cheese, which is made of sheep's milk. In the cheese making process, it's fermenting milk products, and so the yeast eats away at the sugar, which in the case of milk is lactose. So cheese actually has less lactose than milk would, and then sheep and goat's milk, for that matter, actually have less lactose to begin with than cow's milk. So using a feta cheese is an option that will have a lot less lactose, if any at all. So some people with a lactose intolerant could still tolerate some sheep or goat's milk cheese. If cheese isn't your thing, you can leave it out. I love the cheese in this recipe because it's cheese and I love cheese, so it adds like a really great flavor, but also it's adding some more protein and some healthy fats to each muffin. As you can see, there's a little bit of spinach, a little bit of mushroom, a little bit of cheese in each one. So I'm gonna throw these in the oven, which has already been preheated to 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. All right, so I just took these out of the oven. They're looking perfect. You'll know when they're done, when they're really set in the middle, because generally these eggs will cook from the outside in. So when they no longer jiggle, that's when they're done. So we're gonna let these cool and set for a minute before we cut into them and try it. So our muffins have cooled and we're ready to try them. I sprinkled a little fresh chive on top just to zhuzh it up a little bit. I always love a little extra pop of green. As you can see from this muffin, we've got some mushrooms, we've got spinach, and you can see a little bit of the cheese as well. So I'm ready to cut into this and try it. This looks so good. I love these frittata muffins because they're already portioned and ready to go. Each muffin is 1 egg, so I probably have 2 or even 3 of these if I was having breakfast or lunch for a full meal, and maybe 1 or 2 as a snack. Super easy for meal prep, to pack for on the go, and really delicious. And you can always make this recipe your own using whatever vegetables or cheese or ingredients you have in the fridge you want to saute up and throw into your frittata muffins. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Alt Baking Bootcamp. I cannot wait to hear how your frittata muffins turn out. Don't forget, the full recipe is written in the description below, and please subscribe to Well+Good's YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode of Alt Baking Bootcamp. See you next time.